Swiss.
You're on number 3.
Number 3 for me is Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Damn straight. Nicholas Meyer made this the best damn Star Trek movie ever made.
Until Star Trek First Contract came along.
No. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is it's probably my favorite movie. Just straight up, oh, well, I'm bored. What am I going to watch? Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Yeah.
Still think First Contract's better, but Star Trek II is definitely very, very close second.
All right.
It is definitely a straight up good guy versus bad guy thing, and sometimes we just need those movies because if you have a really good bad guy and a really good guy, magic happens somehow.
Yeah,
I can't explain it.
No, yeah, that's very true. Very true. All right, well, you're on number 3.
Yeah,
now,
well,
right?
my number 3 pick is Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart and who's the girl? Ingrid. Yeah, I don't know why I slipped on that one, folks, but anyway, one of the classic romances. What I've always loved about this is the dialogue.
Oh,
it's got some of the most memorable lines, some of those great exotic choices, and here's the only thing that's frustrating about it. If it weren't for the fact that the ending was so darn popular, it would actually keep you guessing the whole way through.
That is true.
Unfortunately, everybody knows how this ends, so much so that I knew how it ended years before I saw it. I didn't even know what the movie was.
That's true. That's true. So you're going next, right? We're on number 1s. I'm on number 2.
Yeah. I'm still going next.
Oh,
but hold off on
number 2.
Yep. Now number 2 for me is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Now picking a good, my favorite Hitchcock film. That's like picking your favorite Miyazaki or Spielberg film. But Psycho does have a special place because I remember when I saw it the first time, thinking how stupid it actually sounded. Like, this is a movie where the girl gets stabbed in the shower. Okay, what are they going to do with that? Well, a lot, as it turns out. Because the stabbing, which actually was still terrifying when I saw it, actually went far deeper and it became almost a character study. One of the first horror character studies where the killer is actually given a motive, a personality, and complexity, which was probably really rare at the time. And Norman Bates is still one of the most complex and interesting characters.
Definitely.
It's almost a shame that the following Psycho movies weren't really that good because Norman Bates... This is a movie that actually a sequel seemed logical because you want to know more about this character, and unfortunately Psychos 2, 3, 4... Boy, they got up to 5, actually, with Anthony Perkins. They just never quite held a candle to the first movie, and I've always cheated. I've always blamed the color on that.
All right. Well, number 2 for me is something I had a hard time choosing. It's the same thing you were mentioning for Spielberg, Miyazaki. I go with Kurosawa, the greatest director ever lived, in my opinion, and The Seven Samurai is his best film. And it's hard to choose because he has about 10 masterpieces out there, and the rest of them are excellent films.
He does, but I think many people do consider The Seventh Samurai.
Oh, yeah, and it was it almost felt cliched to put it there, but it was still like, no, that one I've seen the most. It's one of those ones that's 3.5 hours long, and I don't care. I love everything in it. It is just an amazing film, in my opinion.
Yeah, I almost kind of regret not putting it on my list, but I did see it rather late in my life before... outside of being really good, I had already been seeing the foreign films and everything. If maybe that had been my introduction, maybe.
Possibly.
And now let's hear your number 1 film on the list.
My number 1, like I said, this is not favorite necessarily, just shaped us as film viewers and film reviewers overall, is the silent classic, The Passion of Joan of Arc.
Mila Djokovic?
No, that would not be silent.
Thank God.
I like that movie, but no. The Passion of Joan of Arc is made by Carl T.H. Dreyer. I hope I got his name right. It's a silent film, and I watched it. I got it, and it's like 90 minutes. I sat and watched it. I turned it off, and it's like, that was the greatest goddamn movie I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, it is stunningly beautiful. It is simple. It's just about the trial toward the end and until the rest of her life, and it is amazing in every respect. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just something you have to see and go, wow. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I think that's the best film I've ever seen.
Huh. Awesome. Well, my number one pick is similar, where this might not necessarily be the greatest film in the world. It might not even technically be my favorite, but it does stand out as the one I like to watch the most for its creative juices. It's Amadeus, the story of Mozart and his would-be assassin Salieri. Now, of course, historical accuracy aside,
That's fine.
I don't know how historical this really is, but this movie is a masterpiece from start to finish. Great story, great characters, excellent acting, and great sets. It was the first movie I saw that was really, movies could be art and entertainment. They didn't have to be one or the other. They could be both. And, of course, it helps to have one of the best soundtracks of all time, which the producers did not change a note of Mozart's music. They did, however, change several notes of Salieri's music, so apparently God is still mocking him.
Yeah, that was the one aspect of the movie where I looked it up afterwards. It's like, that's messed up. I mean, forever there's going to be generations of people who are like, Salieri was an asshole. It's like, no, he probably wasn't. That's kind of mean. Poor guy.
Right, but, I mean, it's just one of those rare movies, and, of course, the funny thing is that it was made on a low budget, because the studios were like, no one's going to see a movie about Mozart, and they were very wrong. But then they made the movie so good the first time around, many studios have been very hesitant to make another Mozart movie. There's been proposed projects, but almost every time when the project doesn't go anywhere, it's because the producer says, it's good, but it has to be better than Amadeus, otherwise it's not worth doing this.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. You're never going to see another Mozart movie. You'll see a bunch of Beethoven movies.
Well, yeah, because they haven't quite made a good Beethoven movie yet.
That one with the dog?
I don't think that counts.
Alright.
Well, anyway, that's our list of movies that kind of shaped us as film critics and lovers in general. Of course, we'd love to hear some of your movies, so you can comment below. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. This is Spaceriffic Reviews.
Ow!
Out.